then at the end you put the word together. So everything that you can do, if you have another option and you don't want to print it or you can't, you can also do it on a white piece of paper and then just upload the picture. You can upload the picture to the actual assignment on Seesaw. So whatever works for you, we are flexible.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I have a question in the fluency.
Yes.
Okay, you said Miss Luna said it was a minute and you said it was 5 minutes. So it's it 5 minutes or is it the minute?
So they're for practice, for daily practice, it's 5 minutes because we want them to be able to practice as much as they can. But for the fluency, we want to see how much they can read within 1 minute.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So on Friday, it'll be 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Yeah, because we want them to have enough time to practice everything, because we know 1 minute sometimes isn't enough to read it all. So that's why we say 5 minutes for the weekly homework. Okay, any more questions?
Yes, I have a question. If we're going to print out the homework packet and have the students do it on actual papers, do we then on Friday upload the pictures on Seesaw or Class Dojo?
So since we're making the big change to Seesaw, the only thing I want to stick with for Dojo is the math, because the math, I feel like so many parents have already sent me the math on there anyway, but everything else will be on Seesaw. So you're going to print it out, you said?
Yeah, if I print out the homework packet and have them
Okay, so if you print it out, then you would just on the option on the tools on the left side, let's say you're on this page, right? In Seesaw, you're on this page and you're gonna turn in this fluency page. Then you would get the paper. You would take a picture of it with the tools, and then this image would upload onto that page. So when I log into Ulises' account, then I could see on this page that this is the page that we saw that you uploaded onto the picture. So I think that's what Miss Rico is going to show us.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Like Mrs. Trujillo was saying, if you wrote the words on a separate page, you would go here to the camera and you would take a photo of the page using the camera, the computer's camera. We understand that the Chromebooks don't always have the best camera, so one suggestion would be maybe to download the Seesaw application onto your phone, and then that'll be much easier to take a picture of the worksheets or anything you might print to then upload onto Seesaw. Because another option would be to upload directly from, for example, your computer. If you're using that, if you have photos, you would pick a photo and then you'd upload it. Or if you're using your phone, you would also pick a photo from your library and upload it directly to Seesaw. Okay. So, any more questions?
And then I think we had said that we're going to record ourselves, right? Record how we're going to do this, how it would look like digitally, and then post it to our parents. That way you guys can see what it'll look like once you post it on there.
Okay. So continuing, for the writing, the instructions can be found at the top. For today, Tuesday, they're going to write at least 2 sentences about what they did on vacation. They're going to make a drawing about what they wrote. So for example, the first sentence says, I went to the park. So here the student drew a picture of them at the park, and then they labeled each item they drew. So they labeled themselves, they labeled that this was the park, they labeled the tree, and then the grass. So this is what we're looking for when the students turn in the writing. However, when it comes to the sentences, we're not expecting them to write, to spell all the words correct or to have correct grammar. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on there. So as I was saying, we don't expect them to have perfectly correct sentences. We're actually, when we see the writing, we're looking at it and we're observing it to see what kind of writing behaviors they have. So if it's not perfectly spelled out or grammatically correct, that is fine. We don't dock points or anything like that for incorrect sentences or misspelled words.
So we want to see the phonetic spelling. Obviously, in first grade, we're not gonna, unless it's in the spelling pattern of the week, then they maybe will get it correct because that's a word that they've been practicing. But phonetic spelling is completely fine. Obviously, we can still read that, and if they're trying to sound out their sounds, and a lot of times phonetic spelling will let us see anyway what they're trying to say. So that's completely fine.
Mhm. Then Wednesday, they have to write out their words in rainbow style. So what that means is that first they're gonna write the word using a pencil. So that would be one time, and then they're with 3 different crayons, they're gonna trace over the word. So if I have blue, yellow, and green, I would trace it each time with a different crayon. So in total, the students are practicing the word and writing it out 4 times. First with pencil and then with 3 different crayon colors. And they're gonna be using the spelling words. And then on Thursdays, they have a comprehension page that they're gonna be reading. So they're gonna read the entirety of the page of the text. And then at the end of the text, they have some comprehension questions about what they read or what they saw in the text. So for example, what is Mario doing? So the students would go back and then look for Mario. Oh, here's Mario, and he's showing the map. So they would then go ahead and circle the, or where is he? Sorry, where is he? They would circle that he is in school. And there is a total of 5 words that they're going to be answering, 5 questions. And then Thursday as well, they're going to be practicing the spelling words. So you would dictate the spelling words to them as if it were a spelling test. And then at the end, you would go over and correct or circle any of the words that they misspelled. And you would have, the students would then go ahead and practice spelling them. So by the time Friday comes, they're ready for the spelling test. And we recommend that you not give them you don't dictate them to them in the same order that they're listed here, because sometimes what happens is that instead of practicing the spelling using their sounds or the syllables, the students sometimes memorize the list of the spelling words. And when we dictate it to them on Friday, we're actually mixing up the words. We're not going down the list in order because we want to see if they can spell it using their sounds or their syllables. Questions? No.
Yes, I'm sorry, I do have a question. So when they're doing their spelling test, is it just the spelling words, or do we also test them on the high frequency words? The extra 4 words or 3 words at the bottom of that list?
So we still haven't figured out how we would test them on the high frequency words, because what we usually do is that on the spelling test, they would have the high frequency words listed at the top, and then we'd call students one by one and have them read to us the high frequency words. And at the moment, because of time and knowing how difficult it is to go between Google Meet, we still haven't figured out exactly how we're going to test them on high frequency words. But once we do figure that out, we will let you know, unless Mrs. Trujillo or Mrs. Luna already know what they're going to be doing for the high frequency words.
So I would suggest, yes, they practice both of those, because if you look at the list for this week, a lot of the high frequency words, there's like 3 that are also a part of the spelling words. So it's sometimes they overlap. So you're already going to be practicing them anyway. So why not just, practice the extra 2 that you have. And also when we do the sentence, the spelling test on Friday, we're going to do it whole group together in class, just like what we've been doing on Fridays, but they're going to be doing it on a piece of paper. So we're also going to be doing a sentence dictation. So I'm going to use some of the words from the spelling words and some of the words from the high frequency words to create a sentence. And it's going to be an easy sentence using most of the words from up there that they've been practicing for the week. And they have to write that sentence independently. So technically I could give them 2 words from the spelling list at the top, 1 word from the high frequency words that they have to be able to know how to spell. I would say that they should practice the spelling words and the high frequency words, because that's going to be on the test anyway on Friday.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
I
you.
was thinking maybe, I don't know if this will work or not, since they have to do fluency anyway on Seesaw, maybe putting both pages and then they could read the 4 words on top and then continue on to the fluency.
Right, because that's on the back, on the fluency page on the back for test. It's already up there on the top, so they can just read it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe we could.
Yeah, so this is what the spelling test looks like. At the top, you have the high frequency words, and then here they would write the spelling words we dictate to them. And then at the bottom, they would write the sentence. But like Mrs. Trujillo said, we're going to have them write the spelling words and the dictated sentence on a separate piece of paper that you would then upload to Seesaw. So using the same process that you would do for the homework, you would click on the camera and then you would put the paper up to Seesaw and upload it directly onto this page. Similarly with the fluency, the students, you would time them, or we would give them a minute and they would record themselves using the microphone right here. And at the end of the 1 minute, they would underline the last word they read. And that's how we would know how many words they read per minute. And we would also be able to hear them. Okay. Yes?
Do they have to read it every day and be timed with the microphone every day, or is that just on Friday?
No, this is just on Friday. The weekly fluency, they would just practice reading it to you.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Okay, if there are no more questions, we will move on.
I have a question.
Oh, yes, go ahead.
For Friday, are the parents, we're doing it on our own, right? It's not in class time. Like, you guys are not going to monitor the fluency. Parents will upload it on our own time.
Ms. Tapia, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you guys hear?
Yeah. You guys can't hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
we can
it's
hear you.
better now.
Oh, okay. I was just asking for the fluency. Are the parents going to be giving the test? Like, it's not going to be monitored through you guys, right? Obviously, because it's on Seesaw. Or is it during class time?
I think we have chosen to do different things. So for my class, I want to say, I don't know about the ladies, but maybe they can share. The fluency is going to be done during the independent time. So I'm going to start everyone off. I'm going to say, okay, right now we're going to be doing our fluency. You're going to go to Seesaw, and then that way I'll still be there for help, because I know a lot of parents might need that guidance. But if you're good, then you guys can do that independently with her, and then just upload it. What about you ladies? What did you guys already think about what you're?
I think the same as you. I mean, I think by the time we're done with the spelling test, it's going to be independent time anyway. So yeah, I think it'll be best during independent time.
Yeah, same for me. During independent time, we'll be doing the fluency.
Okay.
Okay. So if no more questions, we will move on. So homework.
So And well, that brings us to what Mrs. Tapia was talking about, doing the work independently. So we just wanted to ask you parents, please, if you can, just have them do their work independently. We use that obviously to guide our instruction and our data. So if we assume that all the kids are getting it and all the kids are moving forward, then we're just going to keep on moving to the next lesson without that reteaching and without that extra if they need the BLT time or something like that. So we just ask you that you let them try independently. And we know it's hard as parents if they don't know how to do something or if they aren't getting it right, but just remember that in school, that's how it would be anyway, right? They'd be independently trying to master it and to practice on their own. Like I said, that we use that data to know whether we can move on to the next topic or reteach. And Ms. Leon was suggesting rather than give the kids the answers, it's encouraged that you help them with organization. So have everything that they're gonna need for the day, have them ready, have that page out. I know a lot of us already, for the week, we give out a schedule of what we're gonna be using for that day. So have everything set up. That way, you know, they're set up for success and they're not gonna be behind or asking for help. Let's see what else. Oh, also, a lot of us give think time for the kids to kind of verbalize what they're gonna say and think about that. So if we wait time, but other, kids are shouting answers without waiting that time, then the other kids are not even gonna get the chance to really formulate the answer. So we also ask you please to refrain from giving them the answer. And a lot of times when you give them the answer, we can all hear the answer. So all the other kids that were gonna think about it, well, now they already know the answer and they haven't had that time to process what they were gonna do. So instead we ask you to encourage them to participate by raising their hands and waiting to be called on. And remember that it's okay for them to make mistakes. And these are the mistakes that they would be making in school anyway, and they should be, because that's how they're gonna be learning and that's how they're gonna move on and learn the Spanish language. And then this one, we just want to remind you that FYI report cards will be given towards the end of October. So yes, amongst this craziness, we are still giving report cards and grades. So just take that as a grain of salt, because we know the situation and we know that we're trying the best we can. So don't stress out too much on report cards. Okay, so things to consider. So please be mindful, parents, that whatever you're presenting to us, right, everyone else can see. So our videos are also recorded on PowerSchool, and it just keep in mind that whatever you're showing, then everyone can see, right? Make sure that you're following dress code. Everything that, like I said, everything that is recorded, we try to upload to PowerSchool. If siblings or parents or helpers or anyone else isn't on screen, also please make sure that they're also following the dress code. Remember that all parents can see, so it's not just the teachers that can see the screens. Everyone that's logged in can see everything into your home. So just to keep that in mind. Obviously, we never planned for this to be our school, right? Our home shouldn't really be our school time, but this is how it is. So like I was telling the other session, I'm in a corner right now and you're not able to see all my mess, which I have a mess, but you can't see because I'm chosen in this little confined area where you guys can't see. So just keep in mind that I know it's hard, especially when you might have kids or you might have other, people living in your home, but just things to consider, because you might not be aware, but everybody can see everything. And with that, I just have one more little comment. So for transition time, I know a lot of kids have a difficult time with English time when we transition, just because they just came back from lunch. Maybe they're more energized, or maybe they're lethargic from a big meal. But just keep in mind, parents, that we only have 20 minutes of English time. It's not a lot. It goes by really quickly. So if you can encourage them to be prepared, if they need their book or if they need a certain assignment, to have that ready with them. If they need the ELD book that we've been working on, just to have that prepared, everything with them. Try to reframe them from eating or playing, especially for English time, just because we have a little bit of time and it goes by super fast, especially because we try to go over letters and sounds. And then after that, we have like 10 minutes. So that's not a lot of time for us to really dive into concepts. So just something to keep in mind, please. Okay, so our grading, as you may know, the district adopts numeric grading. So 0 to 42% is a 1, 43 to 67% is a 2, 68 to 92% is a 3, and 93 and above to 100 is a 4. So this is what you will be seeing when we give report cards. So you will see 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think that's it. So if anybody has any other questions or concerns or comments, that's the time.
I have another quick question. I'm so sorry.
No, go ahead.
For Friday, if we're uploading the information on Seesaw for the homework packets, what is the time that it needs to be uploaded by?
Okay, so you're talking about the homework. So on the video that I made, it kind of explains it a little bit, but you're gonna need to turn it in as a draft, because Monday you're gonna work on it, right, on the packet on Seesaw. Tuesday you're gonna work on it, Wednesday and Thursday. So by Thursday night, on Thursday night is when you can upload it completely. So on Thursday, you know, do you see on Seesaw sometimes where you're gonna submit the assignment, it's green, like it has a green arrow, right? A green little check mark. So on Thursday night, when you're done with everything, that's when you would submit the packet. But all the other days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and before you're done, you would just submit it as a draft. That way I can still see on my end what they're working on, but you guys can still work on it from home. Whereas if you submit it today, let's say today you work on it and you're like, I'm done, you submit it with the green check mark, you're not gonna be able to get it back. He's not gonna be able to work on that packet tomorrow, Wednesday. So.
Thank you.
Anybody else? No, we're good.
Okay. So thank you for joining us today and being present during our meeting. We hope that this has been informative for you all, and this is where we'll be ending. If you have any other questions, please feel free to message us individually, and we will make sure to answer any questions you have as soon as possible.
Thank you.
Thank
You. Bye.
Bye.
Ms. Trujillo,
Yes.
it's Sarai's mom. You think quickly we could pass by through everything really fast? I know you guys are busy, but I just logged on like 10 minutes ago.
Did we record this?
Oh, it looks like it is recording, yeah.
Okay, so we will share this with you all.
Okay, perfect. Sounds perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
Ms. Trujillo, I do have a question.
Okay.
I kind of missed the beginning, but on the Seesaw part, how are the kids supposed to write, like, for example, the assignment for today for Cajitas? How are they supposed to write on Seesaw? Does it matter if it's all scribbled? Because when they do it on their Chromebook, they can't really write on there.
So you have the option of determining whether you want them to write it. You can use the stylus, the little pen, if that works. If it doesn't work, print out the page, and you can then take a picture of it and upload it to that assignment. But I don't remember if you know that if you've seen the kids practice the cajitas like this also in class with me, you can also do it like that on a blank piece of paper. So you just separate the word on the top by sound, by syllable, and then you put the word completely. So this is another option. If you don't want to print, you just have them do it on a blank piece of paper and then just take a picture of it and upload it on there to Seesaw. So it depends on how you want them to practice.
Oh, okay. Because like today I had to draw the cajitas for him on a paper. So
yeah, and no,
okay.
I mean, if you want to do that, that's fine. But there's, if you want to just do it on a blank one, you can do the blank one like we've been doing in class, or fold it, and then each square is, obviously designated space for each word. I posted a video on Class Dojo if that helps, and if not, then feel free to.
Okay, no, that's fine. I got it. Okay, thank you.
I have a question. This is Camila's mom. How would I be able to print them from Seesaw, like either from my phone or from the Chromebook?
Mrs. Rico went over that, so I think she can show you.
Oh, yeah, because I missed like the first 10, 15 minutes.
I know. You were telling me you were having connection issues.
Yeah.
Okay, so she'll show you right now.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So let me. Okay. So new share. So from a computer, what you would do is here on the image of the homework, you would click on that, And then this would show up. At the bottom where it says view original, you click on it and it would open a new tab. And from here, you have the option of downloading it or printing it. So that's how you would print it from a computer. If you're using, for example, a cell phone, you would have to download the Seesaw application first, and then you would follow the same steps that I just showed you, and you would be able to print that way. Same with if you're using a tablet or something else, you would also be able to follow the same steps here and print directly from that device.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome.
And if it helps, I think all the teachers had said they were going to post a how-to video, right, of how to kind of do this at a slower pace. So I'm probably help a lot. So probably after this or tomorrow, by tomorrow, ladies.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, by tomorrow.
Most likely.
Time, please.
Okay. So
any other questions? No?
No questions?
I have, can we print from their Chromebook or no? Can you connect a printer to the Chromebook?
From our experiences, no. I've tried also, and I haven't been able to. I'm not sure why. Do you ladies happen to know if anyone is successful with printing from Chromebooks?
Yeah, I think the Chromebook you can't. But it's gonna be best to do it from a phone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I print my stuff too, from the phone. From there, I just connect to the printer. But yeah, like I said, we have with Seesaw, we have the option of, I mean, it's more flexible because you can do it digitally with the tools that they give you. You can print it out, or you can do it on a piece of paper and then just upload that picture. So whatever works with you. I know that we're waiting for a response on whether we will get these packets, physical packets that we can distribute, but we are not sure if we will, just because of district printing regulations.
Yeah, we are still waiting on an answer for that. Right now, they're pushing for us to be digital. That's why we do Seesaw, but we'll see what happens.
So I've downloaded Seesaw onto my phone, and I can show you that it's the same process. So here I have the Seesaw account, and I have an app, one of the activities we did. So I clicked on view original. So if I go back here, I clicked on view original and it opened the page up on a new tab. And then depending on the type of phone you have, it might be differently to how you can print, but on an iPhone, you would then go to print. And as long as you have your printer on, you'll be able to connect it to it and you can print from there.
Question: when you download the Seesaw app, does it ask you for like a class code? Because I downloaded Seesaw and it says I'm a teacher or I'm a student. So I did I'm a student, and it asks for text code. Or do I just log in with email?
Let me log out.
I believe Mrs. Tapia is still there. I believe she said that you need a specific code, like a teacher code, like a class code, but if you find something else.
Okay, got it. So this is for the student sign in. You're gonna click on Google/email sign in. And then right here, you have Seesaw for Schools, Clever sign in. You're gonna click on that and it'll take you to the Clever page. You're gonna have to, so log in with Harupa JUSD. That won't show up the first time you log in. So you're gonna type in Harupa JUSD, or you can type in Pedley Elementary. And once you have that, this one will pop out and then you'll be able to log in the same way you would log in to Clever on a Chromebook.
Okay.
So I have a question. So we download Clever, not Seesaw, right?
No, you're gonna be downloading Seesaw, but when you sign in, it will you're gonna have to click on sign in through Clever, and that will open a new tab on your phone.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Any more questions? No?
Our wait time. Think time and wait time.
I know questions pop in like at the last minute too.
On a side note, I think when this is all done, we're all gonna get certificates of achievements.
Right? We're gonna be like working at IT from now on. Like, oh, you need help with Seesaw? Got you. You need help with Clever? I got you.
We got this.
Oh, man.